Well, I think anytime you go on the road in the WCHA and get a split, it's not an easy thing to do. The thing I really liked was our resolve and our defensive zone coverage on Friday night. To not give much up and to win 1-0, that's an area that was a good step for us. And we put ourselves in a great position, to split on the road. Again, a very difficult thing to do in our league, and then disappointing because of the way we played on Saturday night. And you got to give Huntsville credit. I thought they played much harder and dictated the pace and the style of game, and I thought our response was poor. We had a lot of special teams opportunities to take advantage that we didn't cash in on. And when you lose the special teams battle, it's going to be a tough night most nights. So Saturday was very disappointing, but again, you leave the weekend with two WCHA road points, critical points in the league. So it was some good on the weekend, but not good enough overall, and definitely not satisfied. And we'll address our preparation as a staff, as a program, in terms of our Saturday games, and make sure that doesn't repeat itself that way. The other positive was Gordy Dayfield being named WCHA Rookie of the Week. Great honor for Gordy, and a phenomenal shutout for him Saturday night. Wasn't tested a ton, but made the timely saves and a couple big saves that he had to make. I thought part of it was, again, our team defense was very strong in front of Gordy. But again, those timely saves are so important in games like that, and Gordy made those all on Friday night, which was very good.
Prepared for those games the same as any game, and team kind of stepped up in the first night on Friday and cleared all rebounds and kind of kept the shots to the outside. So I just kind of did my job, and they did theirs, and worked out.
Well, we'll continue to evolve that way. We took some steps forward, some previous weekends, and it kind of came to a screeching halt, even though we got some healthy bodies back that we thought would help us. We saw Chris Ciotti come in, get 2 points on the weekend, so it was good for Chris, and he adds some offense to our team. We're going to tweak lineup a little bit, and we got to find some guys who work. We said in the radio show, we've put guys that have some money in the bank. Some guys who played key minutes in the past, both on the power play 5-on-5 that had a track record. We've given them 10 games now to show those things and hopefully try to find positions. We move things around to put them in positions to be successful. It hasn't translated this year for whatever reason. So, at this time, it's time to make some changes and give some other guys some opportunities. Hopefully they can emerge and lead us a little bit more offensively.
Just trying to, play, two-way game, 200-foot game, but I don't know. This weekend I felt actually better the first night than I did the second night. Had a lot of chances the second night, which is just kind of how hockey goes. I feel better one night, but things go better the next, when you don't feel as well. But I had a lot of chances, playing with good players, so it just kind of worked out well.
Well, obviously he's exactly what I recruited when, 4 years ago. He's a kid that can make plays, he can score goals, and, he's got a good, hockey mind on him. And, for us, that's what we need. We're lacking a little bit in the skill department, and he adds that for us. And, you could tell this weekend he was a, much welcome return to the lineup. I think any line right now with Bryce Schmidt on it is probably our top line. He's the guy that seems to be contributing night in and night out, and, he's been probably the most consistent, forward we've had. So that being said, it's tough. We don't have a lot of guys scoring right now, and Bryce Schmidt is a real good contributor right now to our offense night in and night out. So I think if you're gonna look at a first line, it would probably have to be him on it.
Yeah, I really didn't have the whole coming in this year. I didn't really plan on being a top scorer. I obviously wanted to, but I just wanted to do what I could for the team, and I've been getting a couple power play chances here, and that's where a couple of goals been coming from. So yeah, just getting my opportunity and making the most of them.
Sure.
Growing up in high school, I was always the go-to guy, so I kind of know the feeling or what I want to do at a point in time in that kind of game, and I guess I'm in the right spot at the right time here for a couple of, especially the Anchorage one, kind of just popped to my stick, and then the Alabama one was just a 1-0 game, so a lot of good passes, especially that Alabama one to me.
Well, I thought we played pretty good Friday. We executed pretty well. I think the score didn't dictate how we played. I thought we could have won by a couple more goals. We had a goal disallowed, a couple posts, but and then it was quite disappointing on how we came out Saturday. I didn't think we were prepared. We weren't ourselves. So going on the road, having the chance to sweep a team is always so important, but we let that slip through our fingers on Saturday night. So I think throughout over the course of the year, we're going to learn that just because you win one night, you don't hope for the split. You want to go and get that sweep. So hopefully, for the next couple of weeks, if we are faced with that chance to sweep another team, I hope we can overcome that
this weekend.
Well, I think when you watch them on tape, you're surprised at their record a little bit. They had a very strong start, as the Alaska schools typically do because of some of the rules that allow them to get started a little bit early. So they had a very strong start at the Anchorage tournament, at the Fairbanks tournament. They hit the road a little bit. They had WCHA play a little bit, and I know the record isn't where they want it to be, but they're a good hockey team. They're a very strong hockey team. You look at the WCHA preseason polls and first team and team picks. They got Colton Perriaco on there, just an elite defenseman in our league. A lot of people thought he'd sign and have a chance to play in the NHL this year, so he's a big problem to deal with. Tyler Morley, I believe, was also first team preseason, and he's a very dangerous player up front, a guy you've always got to be alert on. He's a skilled player, he's a fast player, he's also a tough and tenacious player. So they have skill, they have talent and skill throughout their lineup. We're going to have our hands full. And, obviously, and for us to have a chance to be successful, we've got to get back to that Friday night defensive zone situation where we don't give much up, we limit the quality chances for our opponent. We still got to continue to work on getting our goals against down because we are offensively challenged. Just like Curly, we can't outscore mistakes, so we've got to be rock solid defensively in order for us to have a chance to be successful.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We got Pink in the Rink this weekend, and we got a good team coming in, Alaska Fairbanks, so I'm just excited to get back to playing, especially at home with my parents here and all the students and everything. So I'm really excited for this weekend.
Cool.
I think everybody's pretty excited to get back at home. Been away for a little while and having Pink in the Rink and all the different things going on. We're pretty excited to get going and hopefully get some wins in front of a big crowd.
Yeah, well, Pink in the Rink still, it's for a great cause. We always have a good crowd, good atmosphere. It's always fun to play with pink jerseys and just kind of show your support. But at the same time, you got to come here and have the same mindset to take care of business. And it's nice to get home. We have a couple weeks at home now that these are some points that we desperately need, and we need to take care of home ice. So starting it off with our homestand with Pink in the Rink, I don't think there's a much better opportunity to take some wins against Alaska. We only played Alaska twice last year, but I think they kind of they've been the same team. I know they have an All-American defenseman, so they have some good skilled players. Maybe their record doesn't show how good they are, so that's something we can't take lightly. We can't look at the standings and look, they don't have a win in conference play, but it's important for us to know how good they are and what they can do, so we're prepared for the weekend.